Welcome back to our channel. Today I will show you a 2015 Japanese post-apocalyptic action film based on the manga of the same name. In the film, Eren Yeager and his childhood friends Mikasa Ackerman and Armin Arlert join the Survey Corps, a military corporation to fight gigantic humanoids called the Titans, after their hometown is attacked by a colossal titan. The film is split into two parts, with the first part released in Japan on 1st of August 2015 and the second part near the end of the world, which was released later that year. The film received mixed reviews from critics who praised the Titans' designs and the B-movie style but criticized the script and deviations from the source material. Spoilers ahead, watch out and take care. The Titans emerged 100 years ago and annihilated the majority of humanity. They were giant human-like creatures who fed on humans. They would grab and bite off any humans they would find. Finally, humans are no longer at the top of the food chain anymore, and soon their population started to decrease. Even the Titans began to feed to such an extent that many civilizations were wiped out. Mankind hasn't found a way to fight the Titans, so to ensure they don't go extinct, they tried out everything they could to keep the Titans away. When they settled in an area, they decided to limit their freedom to be safe. The surviving humans built massive concentric walls taller than the Titans around an area to prevent invasion and to be eaten. Two gigantic circular walls were constructed, one inside the other, to ensure double protection. The outer circle protecting the area was called the Outer District, and the inner wall with double protection was called the Inner District. Finally, inside those walls, the humans finally started to have somewhat normal and peaceful life. However, the wall only meant they couldn't see the Titans, as they still existed outside the wall. Humanity and human civilization grew as years passed. The main character of the movie is a young boy called Eren Yeager who lives in the Outer District. He dreams of going beyond the wall someday to explore the world. He frequently talks about the seas and oceans of the outer world. Eren confesses his wish to leave the constraints of the outer wall soon and explore the outside world to Armin and Mikasa in the modern settlement of Monzen, the Outer District. One day they decide to go to the border and try climbing the wall to jump to the other side. Naive and young, when they get closer to the border, the group is shocked to see the size of the wall, which is impossible for them to climb. Armin and Mikasa are skeptical of the idea, claiming that the Titans can still be outside, but Eren insists. He thinks that it has been 100 years since anybody has seen them, and with no humans to feed, they have probably died. That conversation is cut short when the border patrol comes to arrest the group for being too close to the wall. Eren becomes enraged when the police attempt to apprehend his friends and begins fighting, completely ignoring the fact that he could be executed for this crime. Captain Suda approaches them and asks the soldiers to back down before the police can arrest or shoot anyone. He promises to personally punish the group and drive the soldiers away. Suda understands Eren's desire for freedom, but his actions are childish and dangerous. He then informs the group of a military approach to exploring beyond the walls, explaining that the government has sent some soldiers inside to inspect the situation, so Eren does not have to risk his life. A loud explosion startles everyone just as they were talking. An earthquake soon follows and the ground begins to shake. As the wall moves aggressively, the group retreats. On the other side, a massive titan can be seen. The ash-covered titan lets out a loud scream and starts kicking the wall. The patrol officers are powerless to stop the creature because they are afraid the wall will collapse. The titan eventually breaks in and vanishes into smoke. After a few seconds of silence, the people notice a large number of such creatures enter the city. They are Titans, both male and female, with creepy eyes and a horrifying mouth. The soldiers use cannons and guns to attack the monsters, but they did little to no damage. They appear to have thick skin and powerful regeneration abilities, as the wounds caused by the cannons heal quickly. The Titans quickly approach the soldiers and begin throwing them one by one into their mouths. Some soldiers even commit suicide because they believe it is preferable to dying at the hands of the monsters. As the Titans destroy houses and grab as many people as they can, everyone begins to flee for their lives. Armin becomes lost in the crowd, while Eren and Mikasa rush to the town church, where people are hiding. Mikasa notices a small child on the ground about to be trampled by the oncoming crowd. Despite her fear for her life, she goes to save the child, and in the process, she is separated from Eren. Eren is dragged inside the church, and people inside immediately close the door, preventing anyone else from entering. He then looks out the church window at his dearest friend, unable to help her. A female titan with a terrifying smile approaches Mikasa with the child in hand. She realizes that nothing can save her now, so she lowers her head and accepts her fate. Suddenly, a loud explosion sends everyone inside the church reeling. Mikasa and the Titan are nowhere to be found when Eren stands up and looks outside again. He runs outside, desperate to find her, only to come across the ruins of the city that was once his home. He sees other Titans now attacking the church and the people inside being eaten. It has now been 2 years. All survivors from the previous Titan attack has moved to the inner district. The military is now planning to get the outer district back after the horde of refugees moving into the inner district. The outer district was full of farms, and the abandonment of the fertile farmland made no way to make more food. The scarcity of food starts killing people, and if this continues, everyone will eventually die of starvation. Now their only option for survival is to take over the outer district and repair the broken wall. The director of the military forces is named Kubal. He gives the soldiers an emotional speech and calls a girl named Hans. She is the head expert of the troops and introduces a new weapon. Hans demonstrates the gear and claims it will help them fight the Titans. Eren and Armin join the scout regiment along with Sasha, Jean, and others. The crew, commanded by military police commander Kubal, travels to one of the Outer Wall's communities. Titans attack the group, but they are saved by Captain Shikishima and Mikasa, who survived the battle 2 years earlier and is now a scout. Mikasa refuses to speak to Eren, acting as if he is a stranger for no apparent reason. Mikasa has changed a lot, and her only goal in life is Shikishima and killing Titans. Eren ultimately confronts Mikasa and tells him that the incident has taught her that the world is harsh. Eren is upset once more after learning that Mikasa and Shikishima are most likely dating. When they are surprised by additional Titans, Kubal flees, leaving the scouts to fight for themselves. Lil, who had recently lost her partner, makes the ultimate sacrifice. Jean tries to persuade Eren to run, but Eren decides to fight, losing his leg in the process. Eren saves Armin from being devoured, but at the expense of his own life. Despite her grief at Eren's death, Mikasa fights until she runs out of fuel and meets the Titan who ate Eren. However, a Titan appears from within it and begins to battle the other Titans. Suda and Mikasa understand the Titan's name is Eren. Mikasa frees Eve from his Titan shell once he begins to collapse. Years previously, a young Eren is forcefully injected with an experimental serum by his father, but when Eren's mother learns this, a military police team breaks in, kidnaps Eren's parents, and burns the house down. Eren lives thanks to Suda's assistance. In the present, Kubal and his squadron kidnap Eren, thinking him to be a threat to mankind. Mikasa makes no attempt to protect him. Armin and Suda attempt to persuade Kubal to spare Eren's life, but Suda is assassinated. A Titan bursts in, killing Kubal and his squadron, taking Eren but sparing Mikasa and her allies. Eren awakens in a secret bunker with Shikishima, who describes the Titan's beginnings as a botched military experiment that quickly evolved into a virus that converted humans into Titans and annihilated civilization. Shikishima intends to stage a coup against the crooked government that has oppressed its people with barriers and dread of the Titans. Eren hears that Shikishima possesses some pre-Titan war weaponry and offers to assist. Hanji, Mikasa, and the others go to Eren's homeland in search of an undetonated bomb that can be used to seal the outer wall. They run towards Shikishima's forces and rejoin Eren. Titan Eren scales the wall and plants the bomb before changing to human form as Armin ignites the explosive. After surviving the previous onslaught, Kubal wishes for the gang to abandon Eren and return to the interior, but they refuse. Kubal shoots Armin but is shot by Sasha and collapses, changing into the colossal Titan that broke through the outer wall in Part 1. Jean is murdered when Eren, Mikasa, and Jean attempt to leap on the colossal Titan's back. When the bomb fails to detonate, Mikasa attempts to reactivate the explosive fuse, but is met by Shikishima. Eren attempts to enter Colossal Titan's nape, but is struck down. Shikishima offers himself as a sacrifice by changing into a Titan and inserting the bomb into the Colossal Titan's jaws. Eren and Mikasa stand at the top of the wall, viewing the ocean, after the blast successfully seals the hole in the wall. A post-credit shows the analysis of the footage of the fight with the Colossal Titan in Shikishima's bunker in a post-credit sequence, saying that Eren and Mikasa's unpredictability is what makes them fascinating. And that is all about this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay up to date with such interesting movie recaps. Stay safe and see you in the next one.